This is True Buzz, that Mary J. Now we ain't new to this. For my stoners and for my cannabis enthusiasts, never heard a show as good as this. Number one, it's the best. Bringing in many special guests in the industry of cannabis. Business owners to growers, even artists you know of. So sit back and just roll up. Perfect show for my smokers. True Buzz, hey.
After decarbs, you just open the lid and then you can pour your melted butter, or you can pour your oil in, and then you just close the lid, hit the butter function or the oil function, and you hit start again, and you're good.
Nice. And I see too a tincture button on here. Now, I know there's some devices too that have like, I don't really care about warranties in general and stuff like that, but are you okay? Is it okay to put alcohol in here?
Yes. Okay. And I get that question a lot, so I'm glad you asked me that. So it is okay to put alcohol in the infuser, and it also has a safety mechanism, and that was one of the things that the engineer and I worked with, because I wanted it to include alcohol, because that is something that a lot of infusers don't include. So we created a, if you look on the inside of the top by the pour, there are vent holes, on the top, on the lid.
Oh, yeah.
So there's those vent holes right there. And those actually evaporate the alcohol while it's in there, so you don't have your machine doesn't blow up, or something like that. So it actually evaporates about a third of the alcohol off of your tincture, and that also makes it stronger as well. So you're just not a.
Well, I'm definitely gonna have to try this, because I just bought out here. I forget, it's a company that's like associated with Tesla or something, because it's so hard to find high proof alcohol out here.
Really?
Yeah, because Everclear 170 proof, I think, is the highest it can go in California.
Really?
Yeah. So I should have brought it over in this closet. I didn't even know this was going to pop up, but I do have this super potent that's for extracting. They sell it to all these cannabis companies. So that's going to be one of the infusions I want to do in here.
Yeah.
But I kind of have a follow-up question with that to you is, I personally, when I've had tinctures, especially when you reduce the alcohol,
right,
I don't mind. I don't even know if the alcohol is that prevalent, but I've had questions and comments too of like, people that prefer MCT oil or other oils. Do you have a preference if you're making a tincture? Would you?
I prefer the alcohol. I feel like you can do more with an alcohol tincture than with a MCT oil tincture or an oil tincture. It just depends on what you're using it for. A lot of people use the alcohol tinctures for beverages. You don't want to put a oil tincture in, say, a Kool-Aid or, an alcoholic beverage. You want to stick to your alcoholic tinctures. So
it's funny. I've been in the beverage game for a minute, and I've used my own tinctures in beverage, but I didn't even think about that component when I would get the question. I would think more times like, oh, somebody's maybe just. I feel like people sometimes are scared of alcohol in general. They think maybe they'll like, and two, maybe something I'm just thinking about now is, there's people that are like hardcore or like, going through AA and stuff.
Right.
They probably don't.
That question
they probably don't want to put a drop in their body of alcohol.
Correct.
So it's like, yeah.
I've dealt with that, and I've gotten that question as well. And I have suggested a glycerin tincture. So, and probably flavoring a glycerin tincture. MCT oil, I would probably use like in shakes, like those types of tinctures and shakes and stuff like that. But
have you made one of my new things I want to make recently? I don't know if you have. You have so much content. Like that's why, like, I've watched some of your stuff, but it's so hard. You know how it is. It's like when you're making so much content, it's like I don't even have time to make content, much less consume it. But have you done a powder at all?
Yeah, I think I have a water soluble.
Nice. I definitely want to see that, because I'm working for these water solubles. So I'll definitely peep that out and give you a shout out. I'm gonna watch your video for motivation.
Easy. It's super easy.